bring every thought into obedience. Paul glories in the Lord. Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meek, I beg you by the meekness and the gentleness of Christ, who in presence am based among you, but being absent am bold toward you, who in presence am based among you. Who in presence am based among you, meaning I'm unmovable when I'm with you, when I'm in your presence. But being absent am bold toward you. But when I'm absent, but being absent am bold toward you. Okay, I guess Gase is on. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some which think of us as we walk according to the flesh. Okay, when I'm among you, I'm greeting you with gentleness. I'm handling the situation with gentleness and meekness. But when I'm away, I'm bold. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I'm, and I beg of you, don't make me be bold when I'm with you. I'm present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some. I think to be bold against some. So I'm not showing one side of me and showing another side of me. It's the person that you never want to be monotone. That's not okay. I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh. Yeah, if you think that I'm walking towards the flesh, then I'm gonna come at you like, well, like, don't say I'm doing this for the money. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. So yeah, casting down all imaginations, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience. When you're obedient, when your obedience is fulfilled. Do ye look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trust to himself that he is Christ, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Christ, even so are we Christ. For though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the God have given us, which the Lord have given us for edification, and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed. I'm not telling you these things. I'm not coming at you like trying to destroy you. I'm trying to better you. I mean, I've always said that. I've always said that. I'm trying to, because some people be thinking it's condescending. That's why y'all be reading through people's words too much. Like, you gotta stop thinking the negative and start thinking the positive. Like, if someone, that's why, like, all this, you gotta take the emotions. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say like, do you feel that? But at the same time, you gotta know in your mind to when to feel something and when to remove your feelings from a situation. You gotta do that. So you gotta know for yourself, because I'm gonna communicate how I was brought up communicating. Like, I'm hip hop, and just because I'm hip hop, that doesn't mean that I'm for hip hop. Like, this is the way that I've been communicating. I came in telling you how to communicate to the kids. So why wouldn't I do the same thing? So that does not mean that I'm picking a side. I'm just being who I am. So condescendingly, some people be feeling condescendingly, like, that's why if you call me a shitty carpenter, I'm not gonna be upset. Like, I know who I am. That's why it's like, if you feel somebody's talking to you condescendingly, you don't get in your emotions about it, because that's just them projecting. And sometimes a condescending thought is just a playful thought. Like, it's just playful. It's just to make your heart merry, for us to laugh and to communicate. So you gotta understand the dynamics of speech. Therefore, I thought that I may not seem as I would terrify you by letters. For his letters they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak, and his speech is contemptible. Let let such one as think this, that such as we are in the word by letters when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are in present. When we are present. Yeah, let you think that my bodily presence is weak, and my speech is contemptible. For we dare not make ourselves of the number and compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. Yeah, I'm not comparing myself to you guys that speak so so fluently or whatever. I don't compare myself to that. Like, I think that's great and all, and when I do get into a space where I have to communicate the way that you guys communicate later on in life, then that's gonna be a progress. But as of right now, me communicating authentically is the way that I communicate is pleasing to some. So it doesn't have to be for everyone. But they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. Like, I guess it says by measuring themselves by themselves, like, when you're extra hard on yourself and comparing themselves among themselves, and you only compare yourself to the people that you come in contact with. But we will not boast of things without our measure, but according to the measure of the rule which God hath distributed to us, a measure to reach even unto you. So yeah, we don't compare ourselves, but to our potential. And my potential is gonna reach and surpass you. For we stretch not ourselves beyond our measure, and we're not going any past that, as though we reach not unto you. For we are come for we are come as far as to you, also in preaching the gospel of Christ. That's all. That's all. Not boasting of things without our measure, that is, of other men's labors, but having hope when your faith is increased, that we shall be enlarged by you according to our rule abundantly. Yeah, I wouldn't boast about um, as if I built the country when all I did was hit a note. You feel me? To preach the gospel in the regions beyond you, and not to boast in another man's line of things made ready to our hand. But he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Yeah. Glory in what the Lord has done for us. For he that commandeth himself is approved. Commendeth himself is approved. But for not he that commendeth himself is approved, but whom the Lord commendeth. Who the Lord praises. And you know who the Lord praises when you read this book. So that's why oh yeah, it says to preach the gospel in the regions beyond you, and not to boast in another man's line of things made ready to our hand. Like, if they made this stuff, if they farmed this stuff, you're boasting about stuff that's made ready for you, and you didn't put in the work for it. I put in the work. Farmers put in the work. Skilled workers put in the work. So yeah. Like, I guess music may unify, but the results are in the not in the performance. The results are in the physical meal that was made from the ground to be ready at our hand. The cutting of the cow's steak. Oh, all of a sudden nobody eat beef now. The steak, the eggs, the milk, the ice cream, the soybeans, everything, the rice, everything. All these things. Like, y'all keep harping about, that's why I'm like, I don't even know what y'all are arguing for now. Because like you gotta eat. You need the farmers regardless. And I'm so happy that like we finally got to hear from the farmers, because it's been all year We just been hearing how y'all about to eat off of artificial intelligence. Like, ain't nobody hating. I'm just saying. I need a steak.